Hello, right then. So we're going to be taking out the Comanche tonight. Just one moment though, because my camera does not seem to be working. So I'm going to add that. Just give me a minute. That's better. There we go. Right. Now then. So, oh God, I'm hot. I've been running around like a madhead. And here we go. Right, so we're going to take the Comanche out. It's been a long time since I've taken the Comanche out. I might even do my screenshot just down here, just because we can, and I quite like Compton Abbass, so we'll do a screenshot. And yeah, so we're not having bikinis, we're not having paddling pools, hot tubs, none of them tonight. We're going to be flying. We're going to be using the Fulcrum 1 yoke, which I absolutely love. We're going to use the Thrustmaster TPR rudder pedals, beautiful. And I've recently also done a bit of a hack with that because it kept sliding on the carpet, so I've attached basically 2 pieces of wood and then butted it against my skirting board. And yeah, so it works really well. It's a proper hack. Right. So, little nav map, let's have a look. So we're currently at Compton Abbass, and we're gonna maybe head over to Cardiff. That's kind of where I want to head to. And then, God knows, but I never take out the Comanche, so I thought, why not? Let's take out the Comanche. Yo, Phil, hope you're good, mate. Hope you're good. I'm hoping all my controls work as expected tonight, but fingers crossed. I've also had probably about half a bottle of Prosecco, so we're very good tonight. We're happy, we're chilled. It's going to be good. It's going to be a good stream. Oh, look at that. Off. Right, so let's get this thing started and we can start our flight. All right. Let's just do all our pre-flight checks. Let's move my keyboard a little bit closer. Well, we're going to start off with that one, but what we will need to look at before we start her up is actually fuel. So fuel is good. We'll fill the tanks. Everything else looks okay. We will need to do the walk around. And as I say, it's been so long since I've done this. So let's just... Except I've done a lot of hours in this plane, so I know exactly what I'm doing. Right. Let's go into master on. Let's do nav lights on, the landing lights, strobes, beacon, and we'll flick the pitot heat on. Right. So let's do our walk around, which we haven't done for such. Oh, extend the flaps. That would be a good start as well. Right. Everything else is good. Right, let's go around this way. So that flap looks okay. There's no bolts missing. We're good there. No bolts missing or loose there, so that's very good. I don't use the fuel tank on there. Landing light is good. We haven't got tie downs for some reason. I think I must have knocked the pedals, the rudder pedals. Fuel looks as indicated, so that's good. Fuel sump, let's have a look at that. So we've got nothing in the fuel, so that's good. I always say that's good when I'm doing the walk around. That's good. But we've got no blockages on the propeller. We've got no damage on the propeller. Got no blockages within the air intakes. Oil. Let's have a look at the oil. So we're above 9. We're okay for that. We should be okay for that. Fuel. Perfect. No tie downs or chocks. That's not blocked. We remove the pitot cover, and we've got the pitot heat on, so that should be red, which is it is. Landing light, nav light. All the bolts are good, and all the joints look okay. Flap is not blocked, and we've got all the bolts there, which are looking fandabidozy. No blockages there. I think nothing wrong. I've never had anything wrong with this, but one day I will, because I honestly don't know what I'm looking for here. Maybe these come away. I don't know. I've not looked at that. Oh, missed a bit. These look good. And that looks good. That's not jammed. Make sure that's locked, which it is now. And we're back in the room. Right, so now we'll just turn off the master. Flick all the switches off apart from the rotating beacon. And we'll go back to that. Right. So let's start her up, and then I'll catch up with the chat. I think that's the best way forward, because it takes a little while to warm up. Right, so prime. We need a couple of shots of prime. I reckon about 4. It's not cold, so we should be good. And start. And flick over magnetos. Oh, up to 1,200 roughly. And then we'll lean the mixture until we see quite a steep drop in the old RPM, which is good. So that's nice and lean now. That's going to heat up properly. We'll put our nav lights on and our master avionics. Cool. The next thing we need to do is the compass. So the compass is completely outlook. So we push that in and run it more towards the 3, and it's just on the other side of the 3. Maybe not that far. It's more like probably just about there. And then altimeter, we have real world weather at the moment, so we're going to go and plug that in. We've got 29.60 inches, so 29.6 is about there. So there we go, that's good. So we're all set up. We are set up and good to go. So I'm going to get some photos of that dismantled Cessna. Yes, that's it. Do you know what? Yeah, because people from Birmingham, right? And just a recap for people who are catching up. On my Discord, Phil shared some. Was it Discord? Yeah, it was Discord, I think. Shared some screenshots of an old Cessna that was registration G Brum, right? Golf Bravo Romeo uniform Mike, right? And it was interesting to me because I'm originally from Birmingham, which in the UK, which is people from Birmingham, they're known as Brummies, and people who live in Birmingham know Birmingham as Brum, and so G Brum is quite very apt. And I was like, oh right, that's pretty cool. So yeah, it would be pretty cool to even just take some snaps of like a Cessna and just some plane. It's pretty neat. So that's quite cool. So it shouldn't take long to warm this thing up, and we'll be on our way, I think. So yeah, so I've got my new rudder pedals all hooked up. I'm just going to check that they actually move the plane. Whoops. At least I know the brakes and everything work. But yeah, so we got my new rudder pedals hooked up. We've got I've not used it with the Comanche actually, so it's going to be interesting. I've used it with the T6. Did I use it with the Spitfire? I don't think I did use it with the Spitfire. It was just purely the T6 actually. And then I've used them on the Just Fly Arrow for FS 2020, which obviously I don't normally. Well, I normally fly, but tonight I thought, you know what? I haven't been in my. I took the T6 out last week, and I thought I haven't been in the Comanche for so long. I can't even remember the last stream I did on the Comanche, but it was so long ago. I thought, yeah, I'm gonna check out the Comanche instead. So we got the yoke on board, and I love using the yoke anyway. I prefer the yoke to the stick. It just depends on the plane that you fly. So we're just coming up to getting into the greens now, which is good. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to have a look at the. Just going to have a look at something. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Right. So we'll start taxiing the active runway. So if we are going into, say for instance there, 08 and 26. Now the winds currently are at 210 at 14 knots. That's quite a steep wind. It's very windy, that is. Ooh, that's interesting. That's going to be interesting takeoff. And 08 and 26. So which one is? So 26 is the closest, right? So we're going to be taking off on 26. So what I like to do is do the heading bug, and funny enough, it's in the opposite direction to that I normally take off on. I normally always taxi over that way and then take off that way. And the weird thing is the windsock's a bit dodgy as well. That's not right then. But yeah. Yeah, my wife, she had her second jab today, and her second vaccination, which was good, and she had to drive up north, up towards Derby way, and she said she got thunderstorms and lightning, very, very frightening. But yeah, she got thunderstorms, but me and my son, we never got any down here. So I was well gutted. I'm thinking it might happen overnight. That'd be quite cool. I like nighttime thunderstorms. Right, so we're gonna head out. So we got nav lights on already. We'll put the landing lights on, and we'll head our way out. So parking brake off, and just check the brakes, make sure they're working, which they are. And we'll just take a little taxi down to the active, which is in the opposite direction, which funny enough, I've never taken off this way, so it's interesting. Now Orbex, I haven't got my A2A t-shirt on. I've just realised I haven't got my A2A t-shirt on. I always have my A2A t-shirt on, but Orbex have started to release a few more products in FS 2020, and as you all know, I'm well, funny enough, I've got it on my cap. I've got a lot of Orbex products, and I wanted to get them for FS 2020 as well. But funding is not fun at the moment. When you go and buy a £450 set of rudder pedals, you've got to sacrifice some other bits here and there. So that wasn't going to happen this month. But eventually we'll get a bit more scenery for the bit more Orbex scenery. Hey up, Ben. Hope you're well, mate. So yeah, so the winning thing was today. Let's just check my yoke. Yep. The winning thing was today was Oh, I've still got my flaps up, one minute. Hit there. That's not my flaps. And let's just check the trim. Yeah, trim's okay. So the good thing about tonight was my wife had the second jab, and they advise not to drink for like a week or 2 weeks, whatever, I can't remember, 2 weeks I think it is, after you've had the jab. But we opened up a bottle of Prosecco like last night and had one glass each out of it, and she was like, that's going to be flat, you're going to have to drink it. I was like, oh, what a shame. What a shame, I'm going to have to drink all the Prosecco. Damn it. So I've already drank all the Prosecco before I come onto the stream. I should have kept some just for the stream, but... Right, so mixture full. We're going to do the run-up now. We're going to do the run-up. So up to 2,000. And then we can check the magnetos. I always get the left and right mixed up, but I'm just going to go left. Back up to both. Right. Back up to both. Perfect. So that goes back up to 2,000. We've got a prop cycle, so we'll prop cycle. And that should go back up to 2,000, which is perfect. And carb heat, you'll see a drop and an increase in there. Then when we put it back in, it'll go back up to 2,000 and we'll get a little drop down here. Perfect. Now we can drop it back to idle and hopefully it doesn't cut out on us. So strobe lights, fuel pump, we're ready to go. So here we go. Let's head our way around. Yeah, I like Manchester, but it gets busy for GA. That's why I always go for Liverpool, but oh, that's fun. Gear up. That was a really, really bad crosswind. That was really bad. Like I almost had like full right rudder. Right, so reduce the RPM down to 2.4. Reduce the manifold pressure to about 2.5. And what we'll do is we'll just climb up until we get to a decent cruising altitude. I think probably 2,500 feet would be good today. Yeah, we only ever really buy Orbex products or products that live on the Orbex website, not website, the Orbex Central. I very rarely buy scenery that is not part of that. I was a little bit like dubious about the whole having other people's products other than Orbex beyond the Orbex Central, but I think as long as they quality check it, you know, I'm happy with that. So as everyone's weekend been, mine's been absolutely wicked. Absolutely loved it. I mean, it was my goddaughter's Holy Communion, and we went for a really posh meal. And we went to this really posh place for this meal, and it was really nice. It just felt normal, you know, like it just felt nice again. So, you know, we've all been locked up, and I'm just gonna do that. There we go, cruising. So yeah, we went for this meal. I had what did I have? So I had, to start, I had the I can't remember what they call it, but it's like bread with like a dip, but it's like an olive kind of dip with vinegar and stuff. It's not like vinegar and balsamic vinegar and oil. It was like a green mush. It's like a green mush. that was quite nice. It doesn't sound nice, but it was nice. And I shared some olives with my son because they were nice. And then for my main, I had a piece of hake, like fish, with what was it? Minted peas. So it sat on a pile of minted peas with some sautéed potatoes, and then on the side for a side order, I had what did I have? I had some sweet potato fries, and the chef gave us another portion of normal fries just for the fun of it, for free. Didn't have to pay for them, so that was a bonus. And a couple of shandies because I was driving, but and then my son, he had this massive burger, cheese and bacon burger, with relish and all sorts, and he couldn't eat it, so guess who had to stump up and eat the burger. I don't like wasting stuff, so I don't like wasting food, so I had to get extra full and get the burger on the go, obviously. Right, so we're going to do a couple of flights, and then I've actually got a new game that I've not actually played yet. I set it up on OBS, but I've not played it, and it's not flight simulated, but it's called Pine, and I've never played it, and I don't know what it's like. It could be crap, but I think I might do a bit of flight sim, and then for the last, like, say, hour, I might have a little go on this Pine thing and see what it's like, you know. Here we go. Ian's wicked life. Mine's been a challenge. Nightmare getting back from yesterday's West Ham Everton. Trains going to going west, sorry. That's been cancelled. Oh yeah, I heard about that. I managed to get as far as Reading. Oh my god, we had to stop the night there. Turned up at the station. Jesus. Oh my god, that sounds like a nightmare, mate. Oh, I thought you lived the exotic life, you know. Jesus, that sounds proper bad. Is that because of them trains cracking, or is it just because there was just cancellations? Jesus, that's mad. Three stops. Oh man, that's mad. I feel for you. That's proper crazy. Okay, yeah. The rolling stock. So talking about 15 minutes to get to Cardiff, and then we'll have to choose a different destination, and we'll go somewhere else and we'll choose a different destination, get a few more hours up on the old Comanche. It's been such a long time. We're kind of blowing at the moment. We don't need to be blowing that fast, so what we'll do, we'll just reduce the manifold a little bit, reduce the RPMs a little bit, get rid of that stress on the engine. You know, there's no need to be pushing so hard. Now once again tonight my internet is not playing ball as usual, but we're hopefully it's okay and it's still watchable. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. So it's been a while. I mean, like, it's been a while since I've flown in P3D. Well, I've flown in P3D, but it's been a while since I've been in the Comanche, so it's actually nice just to jump back up in this old plane that, you know, I mean, 320 something hours of almost all hand flown hours. Yeah, it sits very special with me, to be fair. I've always loved this plane. Like, I can't wait until if A2A ever do convert it over. I think it is meant to be one of the first ones, but if they ever do put it over to FS 2020, I'll just be over the moon. It'll just be amazing. I think that would all, if it as long as it has all the same features than what's in the P3D version, I think I'd probably just like I'd spend most of my time in FS 2020. I think it'd be very rare for me to come out and go into back. I wouldn't uninstall P3D V5 because I've got like the B17, the Connie that I never fly, but every now and again I do think, oh, I think I'll have a little dabble in that. So I do fly that, but but yeah, definitely if I got a decent A2A plane in FS 2020, I'll just be over the moon. It would be very nice. Very nice. So yes, I don't know what's going on with Twitch at the moment with their with their Just Chatting channel. It's like every other channel has just turned into Babe Station. It's like, what the hell? It's just like bikinis. I'm stretching. Look what I'm doing. It's like, what? I'll just shut up. I never really got that channel anyway. Like, so the Just Chatting channel, like, category, like, what is that all about? I'm gonna just chat. That's weird. I mean, if you got like a niche like things like flight sim or gaming and stuff like that, and music, maybe music, you know, but just chatting, weird. I'll be on there soon. I'll just set mine to just chatting and I'll set up a full screen stream. It's just me, UKJim, just chatting in my bikini in a paddling ball with big giant inflatables. It's madness. So yeah, so this game I'm going to try it a little bit later. I've not tried it, and I've not really looked into it. I don't even know what it's about. I got it free, and I thought to myself, if I got it free, I might as well give it a whirl. I'll give it a crack. I'll check it out. But yeah, in all honesty, I don't know what it's all about. So, right, so we've left the fuel pump on like a wally, but it's okay. Just going to swap the tanks. Still got fuel pressure. Turn the fuel pump off. Still got fuel pressure. That's good. We'll just keep an eye on that for a minute. Oh, we've proper like flown up here. We've gone right up to 3,000 feet. That's okay. We can stay at 3,000. It's no bother. So yeah, so work's been really busy lately. I've had busy weekends. I've got a new desk for my son. My son's got a new desk for his bedroom, and it got delivered yesterday. So I've got to build that. It's like a flat pack, and the thing is, my wife's got exactly the same desk in her office, and it didn't take 10 seconds. You know what I mean? It took quite a while. So. That might have to either wait for the weekend, or I might have to do little bits here and there this week and just remember what steps I got on in the instruction manual. he's going to be well chuffed with that. He's going to be well happy with the old his new desk even. His new desk. He's going to be happy with that. And not long now, people, until we can have people in our houses. If you live in the UK, not long now. Do a stream of the desk assembly. Or just chatting desk assembly in a bikini. Yes, here we go. In a paddling pool. No, it's completely in the other room, so I won't be able to. And the desk is too big to fit in this room, so I won't be able to. Oh, we've got frozen. Please don't crash on me. Oh, there we go. It's okay. I can't believe I can't believe the internet's just so shocking tonight. I don't know why it is so shocking. It's so frustrating me at the moment because it never used to be like this. When everyone was not locked down, my streams and my frames, I'd never drop a frame, you know. But for some reason now it's like my internet's just gone absolutely pants. Yeah, the desk is in the other room, so I won't be able to do that. It would be quite funny though to do that. So we're not too far away from Cardiff. Cardiff is just now over this piece of water here. When we get closer, I'll have it on my weather radar. And when I get it on the weather radar, I can check the winds, and we can check the runways here actually. So what we'll do, we'll just click that and we'll check runway. So we've got a 12 and a 30, right? 120 and a 300. So we've got to remember that, because when I check the winds, that's where the winds is going to come into play. So I'm looking forward to using the pedals properly. I mean, I took one little circuit in the Just Flight Arrow 3 with the new pedals, and they're okay. But I'm looking forward to doing a proper flight, proper landing in FS 2020 actually with them. I was going to do it tonight, but actually I set my heart last week. I set my heart on flying the Comanche, so I thought to myself, no, I definitely want to fly the Comanche tonight. Next week... Oh, my internet's gone back to normal. Yay, my internet's gone back to normal. It'll probably mess up again in a minute, but it went back to normal for a little bit. But yeah, so next week, I'm still undecided what we're going to do. The guy that actually owns the Wacky Wabbit, he posted on my Twitter and says, why don't you use the T6 and use the Wacky Wabbit colours and put some smoke on it and do some stunts and so on. And I was thinking to myself, yeah, I could do, but I'm kind of thinking, no, I kind of want to do something different. I don't know, yeah, I'm undecided. I'll sleep on it through the week and see where we go, but we'll see. I kind of want to do another GA. I'm glad my internet's kind of just fixed itself just randomly. It's back up, no frames dropping now, so it's all good. Right, so let's look at Cardiff. Now, we've got some rain coming in at Cardiff actually, so let me have a look. So the winds are at 230, and I can't remember the runways. That's how bad I am. Look at that, runways 120 and 300. So what is closer to 23? Probably 300, isn't it? So The active runway is potentially 300. We're going mental. Where I'm meant to be going over there. I don't know where I'm going. Okay, altimeter 2959. Right. So what we're going to do is just going to drop into here. 2959, so it's just slightly off. That'll do. Head over to Cardiff. So yeah, so we'll do another Comanche flight after this one. I'm not sure where, but we'll pick something up. I might have a look at little nav map and see what we got. I probably won't go somewhere where I've got scenery. I could actually go from Cardiff to Welshpool. I don't know if I've got Welshpool installed in P3D. I said that last time though, and I think I did actually. No, I did then. I did definitely have it installed. So maybe Cardiff to Welshpool, depending on the distance and the time it's going to take, but we can definitely have a look at that. So that's currently at where are we? 8 nautical miles out now, and we do want to go straight on in. So what we'll do is we'll head out to the right. And we'll just head in like that. Yeah, I might do. Oh, that's Cardiff down there? Look, I'm a little bit closer than I thought. I didn't realise I was that close, but I am. So that's interesting. Oh no! I didn't know I was that close. It's just there. Look. So it's just there. And we need to slow down as well. Oh boy. Didn't mean to click that button. Right, so first things first, fuel pump on, mixture full. We're now getting down to slowing down speeds, so we'll drop gears. We're a little bit high, but we're okay. We can do 1 notch of flaps now because we're going into the white arc. So just on this one, this little white arc here means that you can drop the flaps there. So we can drop some flaps. We can drop more than 1 flaps if you really wanted to. Okay, at this point you're going to want to put the prop full and mixture full. And then you want to maintain a speed, an approach speed of approximately 90 miles per hour. Check that the gears are down with the green light, which it is, so that's good. And here we go. Right, so we was a little bit high, but we've managed to get at least 1 red light on the PAPI lights. We should be aiming to get 2 red lights on them PAPI lights. I'm just going to keep heading towards the left a little bit. Here we go. Right, so keeping an eye on that airspeed, keeping it about 90. We want to reduce the speed as we get closer to the threshold, and what we want to do is reduce the speed as we get close to the threshold, sorry, and get it to about 80 miles per hour as we cross the threshold. I'm trying to trim the aircraft a little bit just to ease off me pulling back the yoke. Now we're currently, it's quite funny really, because on Active Sky it's saying that we should be getting rain, and we're being quite lucky at the moment that we've not actually got any rain kicking off, so that's a good thing. And from one extreme to the other, we went from being too high to a little bit too low, so we're good. These pedals are just stupidly amazing as well, by the way. They're so sensitive that but like sensitive in a good way, so you can make such minor movement. I'm a little, very much so off the centre line, so I'm just going to try and readjust slightly. We're going to start slowing the plane down. There we go. As I say, 80 miles an hour over the threshold. Perfect. Cut the throttle. Pull back. And then flaps up. And why can't the ground handling be just like P3D in FS 2020? It's just so much better. Right, so we've got to keep the RPMs above 1,000. We're going to lean it out. The reason why I'm not going to taxi is because I'm actually going to dump it here just for the moment. We are going to try and keep the engines running though. Right, now the reason being is because I want to have a look at little nav map and choose our next location. So let's get rid of Compton Abbass. Right. Now I said potentially Welshpool, which is there, and I'm wondering how long would that take. I don't know how long that would take. Probably not that long actually. Let me just change my aircraft performance file to be, I don't know if I've got a Comanche one actually. I might have to, oh yeah I do. Let's open up that. So in theory it's going to take about half an hour, so we can do that. Let's try and do that. Let's get to Welshpool. That might be a good little trip over the hills. Over the hills. I think now we've got some rain. I think I can hear it. Let's give it that. Okay, yeah, we've got some rain now. Look, bit of rain on the screen there. On the screen, we're on the fullest tank, so we're good to go straight out. So mixture full. Parking brake off. Hold the brakes. Right, let's go. Miles an hour, lift off, gears up, and we've actually, I was wondering why that was why that took off like a bloody bullet, and it was because my trim was quite high. Right, so we're gonna just pull back the RPM to 2.4, manifold pressure to about 2.5, somewhere around there. And then we'll start our turn. So what we'll do is we'll probably, well, what we will do is I'm gonna fly to Welshpool, land it, then I'm gonna have a go at this this new game called Pine, and it's quite relaxing. It's not a shoot 'em up or anything like that. It's a bit of an adventure game, I think. But I will stop the stream and start a new stream just because it will do it as a separate video, and when it goes onto my YouTube, that's the only reason. So I'm gonna climb up because we've got quite a way to go yet. So we'll climb a little bit. Now, as you can see the airspeed decreasing, and our manifold pressure's decreased from 2.5 to nothing. That's carb icing, right? So you need to put the carb heat on, which will melt the ice, and then you'll see your manifold pressure will increase eventually and go back to what it should be. So if you ever get that in the Comanche where the manifold pressure's dropping because of rain, or you don't have to have rain though, it's just icing conditions. Stick the carb heat on for a little bit just down here, and if you put it on for a couple of minutes it should sort you out, and then you just turn it back off again. Just gonna have a quick drink. I love that. When I reach over to get my drink, I have to look the other way and it turns my head. So I'm hoping the sound isn't too loud. I'm just going to check the volume mixer actually, because I changed this last time. I've actually got an idea that I kind of want to do. I might try this now actually. So let's, while I'm trying to fly at the same time, but we'll give it a go. Let me just sort this out, and then I'll... So it might go... the planes might go a little bit quiet in a minute, but then I'm going to sort it. It hasn't changed. 1 minute. Right, so that might be a little bit too loud. So I'm just going to tweak it again. I think that'll be better. I think that's sorted that out now. Yeah, most definitely that's sorted that out. Let me know if that's too loud in terms of the plane, and I'll tweak it. Because what I had before was, I'll explain what the problem was. So in OBS you've got like all your different sources, which is just it's basically the noise levels to all your different inputs, and each game or sim, even though the volume on the PC is exactly the same, they can be louder, they can be quieter. So what I originally did for years, actually, the whole time I've been streaming I did it, was I opened up the volume mixer in Windows, and I changed all the volumes to what, you know, so they sounded sensible. Now the problem in doing that was when I upgraded, I can't remember what I did actually. I might have downloaded some drivers or something, and it wiped all my volumes. So I was like, really? Can you believe that? So what I did was, now I've just set it all to 100%, and I'm tweaking the sound within OBS itself. That's my plan anyway. How well it works I do not know, but we'll definitely see. Now this is lovely Wales that we're going over here. We're going from Cardiff, which is in Wales, to Welshpool, which is in Wales. So and that is actually one of the oh, thanks for letting me know, Ian, by the way. Thanks for letting me know, mate. That is one of the airports that I actually really do want. I think when I get paid, I think that's one of the airports I'm gonna buy is Carnarvon, right? Because it's got, I've been there in real life, and I think that's what really does it for people when you've been to places like in real life and you see it in the sim. It's so cool. And Orbex have recently released Carnarvon. Well, it's not Orbex, it's one of the partners, I believe, but I think it was the same company that did Wickham, so it's going to be a good quality airport, and I kind of want it because I took my son there when he was very young, and we went into the air museum there. They've got an air museum, and you can actually sit in the planes. You know, I'd recommend going there because a lot of the air museums, they don't let you sit in the planes, that you can see them from the outside. You might be able to touch the outside, but that air museum had it had steps going up the side, and you could literally sit in the cockpit of like several planes. It was really cool, and my lad, he absolutely loved it. Right, so carb heat's been on for a while. Oh, there we go. So hopefully we're just going to keep an eye on that manifold pressure, because if we have had had icing conditions,